Hello everyone, I Jhalak Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Welcomes you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 3, that is choppers, with topic Introduction, Classification and PWM. So let's start the session. First of all, in this chapter we discuss about the basic DC to DC converter, means choppers, then the various classification of it, and mainly the type A, B, C and E type of choppers, step up and step down choppers, its analysis, and then we discuss some examples related to it. So let's start with chapter number 3, Introduction. First of all, as we discussed in the unit number 1, that in unit number 1 we classified different types of power circuits into DC to DC converter, AC to DC converter, or maybe DC to AC converter. We also discussed about the various thyristor circuits, that is SCR, then triac, diac. So based on the using these different types of power circuits, we discuss about the DC to DC converter, means one input is also DC and it is converted into a DC, but the difference over here is one part is a variable DC and other part is a fixed DC. So let's start. So main purpose of chopper is to get the variable DC voltage from the fixed level of DC voltage. It can be converted into the fixed DC voltage. We can also get the DC voltage by AC to DC converter also. If we convert AC to DC, then it is like rectifiers. So this type of circuit can also, by using this type of circuit we can also get the DC voltage. But if one need to convert the fixed DC into the variable DC form, then in that case the choppers can be used. So the diagram is in the middle, there is a chopper here, then the input is a fixed DC voltage and then it is converted into the variable DC voltage. So based on this we can say that basically this chopper is a switch which connect or disconnect the load across the supply voltage. Means the load is basically connected here, there is a voltage supply between fixed DC voltage and at the output and there is a variable DC, but over here the load is connected across it, means at the output variable DC voltage the load is connected across it. So at a time it can be work as a switch, either it can be on or off, and based on that we can say that the waveform can be a rectangular one. Now the waveform, or we can say that due to this switching action, switching means on or off, means due to this type of switching action we can say that we can decide the shape of the waveform, means whether it is a continuous one or whether it is a square one or rectangular one. So now which shape of waveform is created, it depends on the type of load connected across this variable DC voltage. Now which type of load is connected matters when we want to try the waveform, or means when the load is inductive type one can get the continuous type of waveform, and when the load is like a resistive one or without the inductive component we can say that waveform is clearly rectangular one, means it depends on the type of load in case of DC to DC converter. We see this about in detail in the next lectures, that how the load is important to get the shape of the waveform. But at this point of view you should remember that the type of load is dependable on the waveform, or we can say that waveform shape is decided by the type of load connected across the variable DC voltage. Now choppers configuration. So this is a basic configuration of type A chopper. We will see about it in a detail. This is the introductory part. Here again, as we discussed, is that the chopper can be used as a switch. That's why over here in the block diagram chopper switch is written. So chopper switch, it can be either on or off. Across it, here load is connected, and you can see, please note that this voltage applied over here is not AC, it is DC voltage, and that's why it is DC to DC converter or chopper. So please note that here there should be a battery symbol should be there, and it also connected across with the variable voltage. Here the voltage of output is denoted by VO, and the current passing is I0. Here the waveform is like this. Here you can see that input voltage, it is a fixed DC voltage, means the clear straight line. Now this input voltage means the clear DC voltage is converted into the variable DC voltage, means at a time you can see that the rectangular type of waveform can be seen. It has its own time and off time, means this is chopper on time and chopper off time. When the waveform appears, or when we can say that it is above the zero level, then it is called as a on time of chopper, and when it is at a zero level, then it is called as a off time of chopper. So for this waveform, I can say that for this waveform we can say that the load connected over here should be a resistive one. Why resistive one? Because if you see the waveform, it is rectangular one, and for the rectangular one the load should be the resistive one. Now moving towards the next topic, that is classification of choppers. So choppers are mainly classified into two different categories. As we said that this type of category can be used in a transformer in step down and step up. So here in case of chopper also, it is divided into two basic types of categories, that are step down and step up choppers. Step down can further be classified into type A, type C, type D and type E type of chopper. Each one type of chopper can be discussed in the next lectures in detail, that what is the operation of type A and which type of waveform we can get by using it. So this is the classification. This can be asked as a 3 mark or maybe a 1 marker that list the step down chopper. So it is type A, C, D and E. Type up chopper is type B chopper. Step up means type B. Now according to the quadrant of operation also we can classify it. So if it is operated in a single quad, then it is type A chopper. If it is operated in a 2 quadrature, then it is possible with either type C or type D chopper. And in a 4 quadrant operation, this is most important, type E chopper is operated in all the 4 quadrants. How it can be operated, that we will see in detail. Type E can be operated in a 4 quadrant operation. So this is the classification of choppers. Now let's move toward the next. For step down, as we see in the classification, that it can be divided into the step up and step down chopper. So in case of step down, we can say that the load voltage can be controlled between 0 and V, means the maximum voltage and 0 voltage it can be controlled. Where for step up chopper, we can say that load voltage can be higher than the voltage value V, means the voltage is increased in case of step up type of chopper, and in case of step down chopper we can say that voltage is decreased below the original level. It means in between 0 and V volt. V volt is what is the voltage that is decided by the user. So controlling of this type of chopper is by periodic opening and closing of switching, means we can control the operation of chopper by repeatedly open or close the switch, means repeatedly on and off. On and off means nothing but this switching of chopper. Now what will be the average output? So the average output can be controlled by the different parameters, that are pulse width modulation, frequency modulation, variable frequency and variable pulse width, and CLC control. We will discuss about this one by one. Now let's start with the pulse width modulation, that how one can control the chopper using PWM. So with PWMs, switches are turned on at constant chopping frequency. So for this type of technique, PWM, the chopping frequency means F should be constant, and because of that we can say that on time is varying according to the average output period. Now if we take the case of an average waveform like this, consider this waveform where the average output voltage versus time graph is shown. So for this type of waveform, we can say that we can decide the duty cycle of that particular waveform. Now the duty cycle depends on the on time, means how much time the waveform is on, or we can say that how much time the device is on with respect to the total time, means basically the duty cycle is on time divided by the total time. So that's why over here the written that the average output voltage is proportional to the on time, means T output is depends on the T on time divided by total time. So duty cycle is denoted by capital D. So duty cycle D is equal to T on upon T. Here T means on time plus off time, means total time, into 100. So this duty cycle's answer is in a percentage form, because over here it is multiplied with 100. So with PWM, the output voltage is clearly depend on its on time, or we can say that for PWM technique the frequency should be constant. So mainly the duty cycle is frequency into on time, we can say, because here 1 upon T, and 1 upon T is nothing but frequency. So it can also be written as T on into F. It is nothing but this equation, because 1 upon T can also be written as a frequency. That's why D equal to F into T on time. Now for the load voltage waveform, it can be written in terms of equation like VLDC is equal to 1 upon T, means total time period from 0 to duty time period VDT. Now this voltage waveform can be of different shape, or maybe a rectangular one, or maybe a sine waveform. So we have to integrate this term over the duty cycle. So if we integrate this term over the duty cycle, then it can give us a value of average load voltage. Now this dt is nothing but the on time. So means you have to integrate from 0 to on time. For example, if it is given that the on time is 20 microseconds, so you have to do the integration from 0 to 20, whatever the equation for V is given in the problem statement, that you have to put over here and simply integrate it. You can get the answer for load voltage waveform. So here VLDC is basically D into V, because this is V as it is. If it is constant, then it remains as it is. If it is in a term of trigonometric function, then you have to put the equation over here and integrate it. But over here it is considered that it is constant, then simply it is V as it is, and D, if we integrate it, it is a D. So VLDC will be equal to D into V, means duty cycle time for voltage. Now moving towards the next technique, that is constant pulse width variable frequency. In this method, the on time of chopper is constant. In the previous method, the frequency is constant. In this method, the on time is constant. In the previous method, if you compare, then the on time is variable but frequency remains constant, and that's why in the previous method we can say that duty cycle is affected because on time is not constant. But over here the on time is constant, so duty cycle is generally not affected. In PWM, we can say that the output is controlled by reducing the time because it depends on the frequency. In practical switches, T on cannot be reduced below minimum value, because if on time is reduced, then the device can be stopped. That's why in the practical switches, T on time cannot be reduced below the minimum value, and therefore the frequency has to be varied over a wide range. Means on time cannot be put over the minimum value, or we can say that on time cannot be goes beyond such limit. So what we have to do is we have to increase the frequency. If we increase the frequency, that overall time will be reduces, and that in fact affect the on time. So this is how one can affect the on time, but not directly reduces the on time of the circuit. That's why we have to take the frequency over wide range. And in this type of control generates the harmonics at unpredictable frequency. This is the limitation of this method for constant pulse width variable frequency, that it generates harmonics and it is generally not desirable. Now let's moving towards the next technique, that is CLC. Full form is current limit control. So in this type of technique, first chopper is turned on when output current equals to some preset value. Now what is this preset value? Preset value is also in terms of current if we talk about the current waveform. So if I say that 10 ampere is a preset value, then it is turned on when this waveform is reaches to the 10 ampere, otherwise it remains off. So this is how in the current limit control some preset value is set, and then here if you see the waveform, then when it is reaches to I1 level, then chopper will remain on, and it does not goes to the off level when it reaches to the another preset other than I1. So we can say that the chopper is turned off when it reaches to the another preset value of this waveform, and at that time only the on time period is available, otherwise it should remain off. So we can say that this current limit control depends on the frequency also, and also on the on time. So load current can be adjusted to small predetermined value for wide range, means it depends on the both parameter, means combination of the last two methods in current limit control. Now let's see the comparison of three methods. So we will divide the comparison in four types of parameters, that is variable parameter. So as we discussed, in terms of PWM, T on is variable but frequency is fixed. In case of variable frequency is varied but T on time is constant. In case of current limit, as I discussed, both can be variable, on time and F frequency. Design of output filter easy due to continuous operation. On time is variable but frequency is fixed, that's why it is continuous operation. But in this case, because frequency is very varied, it is difficult to design the filter for that. Again in this time, again on time is varied, and that's why it is difficult to design. Filter cost due to easy operation, lowest cost in this, highest cost. And here it is not required, but actually if we want to design it, then it is also at the highest cost. At what application it can be used? It can be used in a DC motor control. Variable frequency means if on time is generally constant, then this cannot be mostly used in other applications. This can be also used in a SMPS or DC motor control. Okay, so that's it for today's lecture. If you have any queries or questions, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching.